games, or if LGD are really back to their winning ways and manage to sweep this series 2-0. To find out, we will have a BCOP and Black together again on the mic. Take it away, boys. Bring us the hype, and please, please bring us Game 3.
But we'll see if it ends up being Game 3. A little bit of a skirmish up by this top bounty rune area. Fabian taking a lot of damage. So is Zincu, actually. And they'll get themselves 2-piece. It all works out.
Wow, nothing to say. Outclicking Somnus. That pink headset not giving him all the power that he needed.
Not yet, that's for sure.
Kaka pulling away a bit.
We've seen X Nova on this Winter Wyvern where he's kind of gone like at first big item blink.
Yeah, very common.
Surprised
when he plays it.
If he does that again and he just like blink curse.
Now, one thing I am gonna say though is that it is gonna be the Fabian Mars, which
we've talked about. Yeah,
it's a little scary if you're an LGD fan.
And we've seen him struggle on this hero a lot, but this is a very common lane. Like, it used to be the Centaur Rubik that was very common, the telekinesis into the hoof stomp, but now it's more so the telekinesis into the spear. We'll see if it even gets anything done. Like you guys were saying in the draft, the cold embrace may make that a little bit impossible to get done in the top lane. We'll see. Loving mid, by the way. The Crypt Swarm Illuminate battle.
Yeah. Of course, kotl will always have a little more spell availability. But yeah, this lane is not weak at all. Like, Wyvern is definitely becoming, I wouldn't say top tier pick, but a much more sought after hero, especially in the West as well. His Arctic Burn cooldown was decreased by quite a bit, and Fabian is in trouble.
And he might end up dipping Spectral Dagger in the non-Arctic Burn, but it ends up being Chalice who ends up getting first blood, killing off Lot.
Electric.
So Chalice getting first blood, and that's got to come off Kaka running in with a battery assault and them just having a decent static link.
Yeah, must have been out of position quite badly if he quickly run down that far.
I guess battery assault plasma field, right? Like the slow and the battery assault.
Yeah, it's a very strong lane. One of the best Razor partners in the game for sure.
So we'll see if they can maintain that and how Ame is going to do in this lane. That last time in that first game was a very open Ame game. So do they give him that opportunity once again? As Ame, the Chronos... do you want to have to be reliant on it and have him be on point? Like, it feels like X Nova's job is to just make sure that, like, oh, there's a curse, so Ame can't move in the Chrono.
Pretty much. Whoever gets Chrono, do you want to make sure that you save him with Cold Embrace and then maybe get a good curse on Ame or outside the Chrono? Because the Cold Embrace should already be saving whoever he's focusing on. I think for most of the early and mid game, like Ame is really just going to be a distraction. Nothing to say, it's the big damage pumper.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Nothing to say getting that exorcism and seeing if he can just be tanky enough to run in and run offense while Ame kind of runs distraction. Again, they go after Y. They've got the cogs this time. Mine's already level 3. The plasma field hits, but Chalice not doing the damage to get the kill there. And he does have a salve on this Warlock, so he'll Shadow Word Ame, he'll salve himself. And that's why these healing supports have been so common.
He has to be very careful. Like, he kind of got baited into that. He's like, oh, they're going on my Faceless Void, I'm just gonna right click them. And then they were like, nope. Going on you, in fact. Like, if the Razor gets like one more hit off, he's just dead there again.
Yeah. And you can see Kaka waiting in the wing. He's just looking to do the same thing, go at him with the battery assault, has the clarity. This mid lane is pretty even. Like I said, it's the battle of Crypt Swarm versus Illuminate, and right now, Crypt Swarm has the advantage.
Yeah, if you say mid lane in general nowadays, it's a little bit uninteresting with some of the heroes we're getting there. And this matchup's no exception.
It used to be that we'd see a lot more supports move over mid, and there'd be parties, potentially 3v3s, but that doesn't seem as common anymore. Even though some of these players pick up these roaming supports, like Zinq last game, like, yeah, there was a party mid at some point, but at the same time, like, it was pretty quiet for a long time. It's not going over for that 4-minute rune. It's not making sure that you're securing everything with the supports.
The problem is just like the lane is always just pushed. Like, everyone's just pushing out the mid lane, farming jungle. So it's very easy to actually make rotations happen without it being completely obvious.
So things quiet for the moment, but you can see that LGD CS-wise are getting more out of their lanes. At least for now.
Yeah, Void and DP are very happy. It's actually nothing to say that's out farming a kotl, which is commendable, not easy.
It's hard to ever go up and think that Nothing to Say is going to lose a lane. There was a point where it felt like even in a bad matchup, it was a default victory for him. Ame got the cogs, battery assault, and there's the kill on Ame. Big one to get for RNG. We've got 2 kills in this bottom lane as Y is chasing, hoping to get hits on Kaka as the pyramids are used.
Or kill him. He just got a boots on the courier.
Yeah.
Otherwise he's dead.
That comes from the fact that they have 2 kills bottom.
Yeah, definitely be careful. You don't step out of position.
Spectre locked up for a second. God's Rebuke pushing Ghost back, and there's the Spectral Dagger, but they've got the telekinesis afterwards. And Ghost into the trees, but is he safe? No, there's a spear on the mark from Faith Beyond to get that kill on a Ghost.
I think it was important to die there. If he doesn't die there, his game is gonna be so slow. So he's not gonna be too mad about that death. Happens sometimes.
Now the tower might just die.
TP out.
They have exorcism available, and they're holding it. They're up top with a couple though. Kaka comes in, battery assault cogs, and the Spirit Siphon. Ooh, Faith Beyond actually helped out by Somnus, and maybe saved by the blinding light. They go after Nothing to Say. There's 4 heroes here. The Spectral Dagger was on him. They're fighting into the exorcism. Nothing to Say needs to be careful. Illuminate thrown forward, but Nothing to Say wisely goes north to juke it. He's still alive, but eventually he's gonna fall here, and that exorcism doesn't do anything in terms of getting these kills or making sure they could take that fight. It does mean that Faith Beyond gets out, but that's really not what you want if you're LGD. You want to make sure that Ghost Lane continues to stay difficult.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of rotations to the top lane, right? So there's going to be some space for the wall to pick up some experience as well. It's not all bad.
No.
Like, sure, you would have liked to get more out of it, but sometimes, you know, the enemy makes the right calls, kotl TPs quickly enough, and your DP just ends up dying there. But again, not the end of the world at all.
Kaka, again, wanting to run with the battery assault. Illuminate thrown over, doing a lot of damage to these supports. It's just early on, this kotl is hard to deal with in terms of what he's able to throw with a level 4 Illuminate. These heroes on LGD need to be careful because they're starting to feed economy into Somnus. He's got the boots of travel ready to go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not so simple for LGD, even though that they were winning the lanes.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on a bot
Keyword is
as well, but Chalice.
Ame sitting behind Spectre now by a couple hundred. Top lane, Faith Beyond, Illuminate, another kill here for Somnus. Got to those boots of travel, and now he's running around the map and making his presence felt and putting the pressure on. X-Nova and Kaka have been together practically the entire time, and they're going to see these stacks. So LGD, I'm not sure they have a way to protect these stacks, and that means a lot of gold here for RNG.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Definitely putting on the pressure with the newly acquired boots of travel on the kotl. I like it a lot what they're doing. They're kind of leaving Razor alone down there, making sure that he gets a lot of farm as well. And we'll yet have to see really the team fight ults being used. We haven't seen a Chrono yet or Mars Arena, so that's really where the big first rotation will come of the LGD lineup.
Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Getting hit with the Fatal Bonds damage. Faith Beyond coming over, but he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. Right now, he's just got a Bracer, a Ring of Health, and a Soul Ring. Maybe thinking about going into the arena to get something. Sentries placed down. Now clear up what LGD just placed.
Radiant's middle tower.
Do you go
is
for
under
this? Fatal Bonds on a 3. Kaka running in. They've got some help from Xingqiu over to the side, but they just don't have the damage. And now RNG, they finally have overtaken LGD in the net worth department. And what do you do if you're LGD? This feels like things are kind of falling apart a little bit from where you had that nice start.
Yeah, but that draft is very strong in team fights, like not necessarily the strongest draft in the lane, so you don't expect to be really far ahead after the laning phase. But now with the DP ult and Mars ult available, they should just be able to get the top tier 1. As I said, that Somos is DPing in though.
And they'll just blast the creep wave.
Is under attack.
They commit the XO. Wyvern coming over, level
available.
6, and who do they go for? Who do they lock it down on? He's taking a lot of damage here from the Exorcism in a short second.
I'm surprised Nothing to Say didn't pick up on that.
And Nothing to Say, TP's out, Chrono bottom.
Chrono him with the Exorcism, nice.
Coming bottom, trying to make this rotation to get a kill here onto the Razor. They know that maybe he did pick up on the fact that X-Nova was taking damage, and now knowing that the Winter Wyvern was there, they were free to get a kill on Chalice bottom.
Is under attack.
It was an insanely good rotation. Everything worked out very, very nicely, and they used pretty much all the big spells. Very great effect. Haven't used the arena yet, but he's just focusing on farming the blink. About 600 away. And then the kotl is gonna be a pretty easy kill too, once you knock him down in that arena.
Get a bit of influx in gold if they're able to get this tower, but with Exorcism gone and no Chrono, they need to play a little bit safe.
Yeah. Good Somnus though. He's so close to a Spirit Vessel already. Doesn't have any charges though. So Vessel with 0 charges, we've seen it way too many times.
It's a waste of net worth.
Basically, yeah, 3k gold down the drain.
Somnus coming in, hook shot, first one from Kaka, and the damage out on to Nothing to Say. Is not a lot just yet, but they've got themselves the Code Breach. They're gonna go to the Hall. They've got the Chaotic Offering as well as the Fatal Bonds. Now the Winter's Curse. Nothing to Say surviving it all for the moment, but eventually he should die, right? Nothing to Say finally goes down. They were trying to clip this Razor. They've got the Spear to throw him onto the low ground, and they end up getting the kill into Kaka as Ame will finish off the Clockwerk. So there's 2 charges.
Yeah, it's very important that you do get those initial 2 charges.
We'll say Ame, was behind Spectre, right? Like now you've almost got the Maelstrom with that Morbid Ask.
Yeah, and big worry for me right now is just that Razor is behind, and they don't really have a carry that can bring Razor back into the game. I don't expect her very much a hero that needs to farm herself as well. And Blink Dagger completed on Mars. Faith Beyond now looking to smoke up. But likewise, they're looking for a Faceless Void kill.
Can they get it? No Chrono for 30. He steps forward. There's no Winter's Curse, but there is a hook shot. And Kaka's trying to find the right alignment and does. So now, well, Ame in trouble. He has Time Walk in a second, but never gets the opportunity. The damage from Somnus. Oh boy. Wow.
Is under attack.
That does not feel good, and they're all coming over mid. Winter's Curse is available in 6 seconds. They go to the Blink as well as the arena. They've got themselves the Cold Embrace to try and keep alive Somnus.
A lot of damage.
First, let us say, how tanky is he? Telekinesis throws him back towards X-Nova, doesn't land on him, so no stun. Why? No chaotic offering. There's the Tumbler's Toy, gets the cogs on the 2, and now steals the Spectral Dagger. They get the kill on the Kaka, but it looks like they get Nothing to Say. Although on the back line, Faith Beyond moving forward, looking over at X-Nova as well as Chalice. They've got the Fatal Bonds on the 2 of them. The Winter's Curse locks up both the Warlock as well as the Mars. Chalice on the run, Fatal Bonds eating this damage. They've got themselves Ghost chasing off after Xingqiu to take out the Rubik. And now they kind of want to go for more. They're thinking about going for Y. But you kind of run out of steam here.
Yeah, I would like Nothing to Say just focus a little bit more on farming.
Radiant's bottom
Once you have your
tower is
BKB, you're
under
pretty much unkillable, and you are the only person they focus all the time, right? So get your level 12, get your BKB, and you're gonna be very, very, very strong in those team fights.
Radiant's bottom
Right now, the
tower is
vessel
under attack.
makes it pretty easy to kill you.
So what do you... You just want him to focus. What about the rest of the team?
Dire's middle tower is under
Well, I think I can still
attack.
make plays with Mars. Like,
Radiant's
DP can
bottom
still
tower
be
is under
involved in
attack.
fights, of course, but I don't want him to, like, hard committed to the
Dire's
back line.
middle tower has
Right.
Because
fallen.
once he's caught out, they really
Radiant's
have no way
bottom
of saving
tower
him.
has fallen.
This game, he will have to save himself.
They've got Arena again. It feels like this is the moment where they want to fight constantly for LGD.
Is money.
I think a Chrono as well.
Yeah, they have everything except the EXO for 40 seconds. They have Maelstrom flying out, I believe. You can see Faith Beyond just peeking, just looking. Somnus is here. Solar behind. They've stolen the plasma field. The chaotic offering gets committed, and now they're holding onto the back lines. Faith Beyond taking a lot of damage. The Spirit Vessel's on him. Nothing to say, nothing he can do without the exorcism. They go for ZQ. Somnus moving in. They look over at Y. They get the kill onto the Rubik, and now the Spear.
Wow! The Cogs rebuke! Whoa! They get the kill on Chrono too! The Chrono on the Spear. They might lock down the entire team and get the kill on everybody on RNG. The bash is coming through. The silence is there. Ghost on the run, but he's become a ghost of his former self. The Spear lands on Akaka. They get a full team wipe here for LGD.
Did you see that ridiculous damage of the Fatal Bonds and Spear on 2 gods? They all exploded. Chalice died because the other 2 heroes took so much damage. He died like super far away from them. Look at Warlock's damage, 2.4k. Just courtesy to that Fatal Bonds.
Wow.
They just exploded.
That was pretty wild, the damage that came out.
I'm happy though. I want to see offlane Razor lose more. I just feel like it's not really an offlane hero. Like I don't know why it's so successful in the offlane. And this game highlights its weaknesses very, very well. Please lose this game. Make sure it doesn't get picked offlane as much. It's super annoying.
Hook shot.
Oh, why? Goodbye.
Dead. It really is. You know you're dead.
Yeah.
He's trying to get forward
DP.
enough.
Exorcism is ready. Kotl is very speedy though.
They've got the Arena too. And they're gonna blink. They want the
that.
Honest. There's the Arena, but the Spear from Faith Beyond it misses. They do get the silence. They have the Winter's Curse. They're fighting into the Exorcism. Somnus, he's staying so darn close. He's just gonna die. Nothing to say, still wants more. Searches into the jungle, but doesn't find anything from RNG just yet. Zincu, though, he'll see X Nova. What is he holding on to? He actually doesn't have a spell in his arsenal just yet. He does have a Force Staff now, though, so Clockwerk's effectiveness a little less.
Yeah. But also to counterplay that a little bit, Kaka is going straight into the axe, which gives you the double hookshot, of course. Faith Beyond went into Boots of Travel. That's the Omega Greedy. Wow.
Yeah.
As an offlaner? Like that? I hope that doesn't bite him in the butt. Because there could be a BKB soon.
Why? They'll steal the static link. And they'll deny the arcane room with hookshot. Uh-oh. Cogs only actually ends up locking down one. And Zincu getting low, blown away by the Illuminate. But Kaka in far. Gold Embrace doesn't matter. There's the time walk in with a time.
Wait, he jumped in, Ame.
The Chrono, Ame's in on 2 of these heroes, but the other side of the fight is where LGD is at. They're going after the Razor. They're trying to get the kill on the Chalice. They've got the Fatal Bombs on him and Kaka. They get the kill there through on the Razor. They take out Ame. He went in. Chrono Ghost as well as Somnus and got nothing out of it.
He jumped in, lost 90% of his health, and was like, oh my god, into Chrono.
That is really not what LGD wanted, and Ame on a completely separate page.
Yeah.
Really, it was
Somnus.
really the opposite way. Kind of crazy.
Faith Beyond still looking for Somnus. Not gonna find him though.
The team was focusing Chalice while Ame went in on the rest.
Yeah. I'm surprised because he also had the reverse time walk, but he didn't really use it.
Now they're in a Roche.
Yeah, the Manta style Spectre is one of the best Roche timings in the game. And
So fast.
really
Wow.
they know about it.
Dire are scanning.
Yep. They're not going to find it, but they've got the arena down. They're looking for Somnus.
Pop.
And Faith Beyond. He's up in the air. Again, they've got the Illuminate. The spear pushes back Ghost, but he's going to continue to go in. They get the kill on a Faith Beyond, but they end up taking out Somnus. They lose. Why? Ghost. He's got a couple of kills. Nothing to say, needs to be careful. Oh, hook shot hits Chalice. Actually hits the illusion from the illusion rune. BKB gets popped by nothing to say. They've got Ghost low. Ghost needs to run, but now they've stolen the Spectral Dagger. Time walk towards the back lines. They get the kill on a Ghost with that Spectral Dagger, and they should probably just take what they've been given and leave if they're LGD.
Yeah, well done overall. Decent team fight. We got Somnus again. He finishes BKB but now though, and so did Chalice. So their strong timings are slowly coming online, and you're now very much reliant on the death profit damage in those Chronospheres.
Look at where these wards are for the tire. We've got one behind the tier 1 where LGD are going to feel like they're safe, and then this one that's up by the river that's
Radiant's middle
a
tower
little sneaky
attack.
as well.
It's really good warding coming out.
That should help.
Fighting all
Typical
the
Vex Nova.
sentry wards as well.
Are
Yeah.
fortified.
I wonder
Radiant's middle tower is under
Wrapping
people
all the
attack.
way
like
around.
study him or not. Because he always gets away with those wards.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Faith Beyond bottom, but not getting chased with this smoke from RNG. Focusing the tier 1 mid. And there you're going to get it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah. It's not as easy anymore fighting into those BKBs now.
What's the deal here for Ame? He's going BKB, but is this... Where's the timing if you're this Void, where you really feel strong?
I think it will have to be the BKB. Once he has that, he's pretty much unkillable.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing they really have to go through is the Clockwerk. They have Wyvern too, of course, but even if you get Cursor on like 3 heroes, you don't really have the biggest amount of rifting coming out of them. And you should feel very comfortable just poking in and out. You got a Master also front there for you. And now that Boots of Travel on the Mars, I feel like are kind of backfiring already. He could have had his BKB and speeded one of the biggest front lines for his team. Now the BKB is still 1,500 away.
It certainly felt like LGD have kind of gone a couple of builds this series that have felt greedier than most.
Yeah. But especially from the offlane, like your mid lane is going to be farming, your carry is going to be farming. So what do you really have to Boots of Travel for?
What is that based off of? Like, is that just... That's not like disrespecting the enemy and knowing that they farm the map better than them, right?
No, it's usually just when you have like a really good game. Down the line, it's an economy game, right? Where you don't have to buy TPs anymore, you can farm waves faster while still connected to your team. Which is what they're doing right now. Like the Mars will push at the top, then you can always connect to them. But they're smoking in a completely wrong direction. Razor is just gonna say goodbye.
You're going to try and force the time walk, which they did. I
Ame
thought a hook
beat
shot might... He walked down bottom when they smoked.
He walked down
So
bottom
yeah,
by
surprised.
himself.
I thought what they were trying to do was rocket flare, force the time walk, and then assume where he was with a hook shot.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
If Faith Beyond gets this BKB though, like the Boots of Travel don't feel that bad, right? Like you've gotten what you wanted out of the map.
Yeah. Yep. If they can avoid taking a fight until then.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Arm is also really close to his BKB. Oh, they're smoking onto him. Oh, he's 200 away from his BKB, man. Ah, if he dies here.
Dire are scanning.
They're afraid of going in though.
Dire's top tower is under
Sinky's positioning is also great.
Yeah, they got the scan right. Kaka's smoke's gonna be broken. Telekinesis throwing him back. Doesn't land on anybody, but there's the 4-staff away. It doesn't matter. Silver Bond means you can't move. I think he's just gonna die. They do get the BKB though here on this Faceless Void.
Yep, same as the Mars too. 100
Radiant's
gold away from
bottom
that.
tower is under attack.
But it's the same for the Dire, right? They have also 2 BKBs, so it will really come down to execution. Can you kite them?
Now he's going Mjolnir.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Why? Oh. I didn't have hook shot.
By the power of Gorov, B-Cop. DP almost had Shiva's Guard completed. Once that's done, she's pretty much unkillable. Unless she's completely isolated and Spectre gets a Desolate Manta combo on her. In which case it's gonna hurt. Even went for the Desolate damage talent as well. Oh, they're finding the Spectre, they're running right at him. But he's smelling it.
Yeah, he gets out. The illusions are what's farming here. And oh, kills Somnus' courier with an ulti orb on it. I think that was the finishing of a hex, but it's the beginnings of a hex.
Yeah, and nice stats too, 200 health. Definitely scoff that.
Stealing
they don't ever want it again.
My question is, what do you really want to steal for Zincu? It doesn't seem worth it.
Spirit Form Illuminate is insane. Because you can just cast it without killing it. You know the Void is bottom. Now here's the problem. You have your BKB, how do you actually kill this Void? Well, the axe on Kaka might be the answer. Double hookshot.
Yep.
Leads to a lot of problems.
Shiva's now coming out for nothing to say.
Yeah, so whoever wins that next team fight is gonna be in a massive driver's seat.
Bottom tower has fallen.
But Ghost happy with this.
Push up bottom.
He's happy to have his time. Back over, there's the blink as well as the arena. They get Kaka, who they kind of want to take out of the fight to start. They've got the exorcism, there's the token. Oh, no, Chrono catches him on the edge, and they've got the cold embrace. They can't kill him just yet. Kaka finally taken out with the God's Rebuke. They get the kill in a wide with the BKB Popeye. He's on the run, but he does escape, and they've lost 2 on the side of LGD. Ghost gets the kill there on the Zincu. He can't seem to survive these fights.
Yeah, Spectre is just a mega hard counter too. Your Rubik, you don't really have many plays at all. You get Dagger, she just follows you. That's why he's building
not
into
really
a Scepter now.
Accomplishing too much.
Yeah, Chrono also used. But again, like as I said before, there's really no damage from the Void right now, and it's gonna be somewhat remedied once he has his Mjolnir. But if the DP is there with the Chrono, the Raze is just dead. Now though, 100 seconds on both the Chrono and the DP ult. Massive openings for RNG, and they're looking already.
Nothing to say in trouble. Silver Bind on the run. Spirit Siphon gets broken. The silence. And there's the BKB. The spear lands, hits Ghost, locks him onto the tree. X-Nova trying to come over and find himself a Winter's Curse, but won't find anybody just yet. Meanwhile, Ame farming. He's got himself a Titan Silver. And there's that Blink Dagger we talked about. That first big item, Blink Dagger for X-Nova. That's exactly what we were saying could be a big difference maker in this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Of course, Titan Sliver.
Radiant's middle tower is under
One of the better
attack.
pickups as well.
Dire's structures
And Chalice almost into the BKB. They're forcing the mid tower a lot right now because they know, of course, everything is on cooldown pretty much, other than the Golem.
And they haven't showed this blink yet on X-Nova. Hookshot comes out, nothing to say in trouble. Chaotic Offering comes through, it lands on a 3, but nothing to say, already dead. They got Ghost the kill. The second hookshot is going to land onto Y, who had the upheaval down, and it looks like RNG, they're just going to run through this, but they got the arena as well as the God's Rebuke. They land the spear. It's out on a challenge, but the cold embrace is there. Ame comes in, the right clicks forward, out onto this Razor with the BKB pop. They've got themselves a Winter's Curse. What the hell? Comes in from Dinku, slams them down onto 2. They get the kill on the cock as well as Chalice. They take these heroes both out, but now can they catch up to anything else? They're going to look for Ghost, potentially X-Nova, though they're running and no chase is being given from LGD. Thought that was going to go way worse for LGD. But yeah, somehow, Dinku from a distance, he was able to get a lot done in that fight to help out Ame. Just got the BKB off with the Winter's Curse being placed on him. Yeah, massive arena spear combo also. Onto the Rubik and Clock. Razor and Clock.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Hex is almost done though. Very close. And then they have all the tools they need to really lock down Ame before that BKB.
Nothing to say. Sans BKB, when it's on cooldown, he feels like he just gets destroyed.
Yep.
And then Mars, like, what?
Is under attack.
He's trying to
That's
go
kotl for you,
Lotus
though.
Orb.
And kotl always makes you feel like you're getting destroyed if you have no BKB up.
The Chaotic Offering was in a solid spot there from Y. You just get that off of the Fatal Bonds. It feels like he does a lot in these fights, but he is not surviving them. Neither is Xingqiu, so it's been quite tough for the two of them.
Scanning.
And there's the
You
Ghost
have to
Scepter
be
for
pretty
Xingqiu.
careful how you approach those team fights if you have nothing to say. Like, he just walked up with no BKB. Can't really think about the consequences, but Kaka didn't really think much at all. Went in, instantly killed him.
Scotty now for Spectre. A Lotus Orb for Faith Beyond.
The Spectre for Scotty is gonna be very big. There's gonna be a Ghost Scepter though on the Rubik, so he can protect himself. There's a Ghost Scepter on Warlock as well, so the support shouldn't die like outright. Spectre will have to work for it a bit.
Smoke from LGD. Chaotic Offering on
5-9.
cooldown. I mean, that was a big part of their fight. Fighting without it would be a problem. They do have this Rocket Flare on the Rubik, though, that can grant them some vision.
Yeah, no one's going anywhere. All the lanes are pushing in. So
Can you
it's
sneak
really obvious smoke.
I guess not. Yeah, 5-man smoke now coming out from RNG. Wrap around. You can make it. Support. Nova. Dubuque the spear is going to hit onto an illusion. They've got themselves the hook shot. It's out. They've got the Chrono that's going to land on the Somnus. The damage coming in through. It's going to be enough. But no, it's not. They've got the Winter's Curse to lock down Ame. Ame's still trying to go for this. BKB, Chalice, Static Link, now Somnus looking over at Ame, who finally has the BKB. The spear comes in, they get the kill on the Somnus, but the damage coming out on Ame, he needs to run! Oh my! And he doesn't have a BKB much longer. The telekinesis is out onto Chalice. They can just potentially take Roche. No Chrono, no Death Prophet, no Arena, no nothing. Ooh, Ghost, standing still. Ame in a couple of bashes. They'll end up stealing the Haunt. And now they look over at Faith Beyond. Static Link on him, got Dubuque, but they can't break the leech. They've got the time dilation as well. They can slow them down. And now these heroes can't really get away. Static Link stolen by Xingqiu. He's doing a lot for it.
Nice,
They've got the spear. The Static Link is in. They've got the Code Embrace. Ghost maybe looking for the supports on the backlines, but he can't find who he wants to go for. They get the kill next over. They look over the plasma field. Hits out onto Faith Beyond, but they've got the shard on this Rubik. So the telekinesis throws Faith Beyond out of mortal harm. Ghost, Chalice, their Fatal Bonds together. They're going to buy back here on X-Nova. X-Nova trying to get back into the fight. Kaka, meanwhile, he does have overclocking if he wants to go in with another hook shot. Yeah, that fight again, LGD kind of salvaged.
They did. On the back of a pretty big mistake. Nothing to say. Gets hexed before his BKB gets popped, and if the DP is there, the fight will look very, very differently. So he has to be very careful, because that kotl, of course, under his ultimate, as well as the headband influence, he's gonna have like a full screen worth of hex cast range. Gotta be careful, don't get caught out. He might just use Exorcism for the Roshan, perhaps?
It's hard. It's hard to commit to this. They saw it with the rocket flare. You need to have somebody
just
standing.
gonna blast in. Yeah, this is
Time walking. Nothing to say is caught, but the telekinesis brings them out of the arena. Now they've got the BKB. It's all safe from Xingqiu, but they look over now. Faith Beyond, he's in the pit. Hook shot once again from the overclocking coming up from Kaka, but BKB be popped by Faith Beyond. They're into the pit. Faith Beyond using those spider legs to get out of the pit. Time off, time dilation. Once again, move. Ame right clicks, gets the kill on a Kaka. There's the Winter's Curse. It's locked up two of these heroes. They've got the Splinter Blast. Ghost trying to run, but Xingqiu 4 step forward. He's got himself the dagger. The Chrono, it's used. It's down on the Somnus. They've got the silence. That was a follow-up from nothing to say. They get the kill there on the Somnus. They'll take out the kotl. They're still looking for the rest of these heroes. Time walk, time dilation once again. X-Nova with the Arctic Current gets out of this one, but Kaka, he's with the cogs around him. There's the back, sort him down. They've got the kill on the Clockwerk. One more hit is needed, as it's a mega kill streak for Ame and LGD again. They come out pretty much unscathed from that fight, and they're into Roche.
Chalice has been frankly careful. You're on good set here.
Moving forward, Hall once again, Faith Beyond with the spear, but it's not going to matter. They get the kill into the Mars. They look over as the Chaotic Offering lands on a Chalice. They've got themselves the Fatal Bonds, and now they'll jaunt around. Goes with the double damage, trying to find somebody to go after. They've got the Shadow Word. They get the Aegis into the hands of Ame. Goes now trying to TP away, as he will be while being hit by that golem.
Don't mind if I do.
Man, what a... These team fights are so damn long. But yeah, ultimately, Void will pick up that Aegis.
And the shard? Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, but he already had one.
Radiant's
Who's gonna
bottom
take it?
tower is
I
under
would say
attack.
Because
no, Death Prophet has it. No, Death Prophet already has one, so it's going to the Mars.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Mars was also pretty good. Double spear. But yeah, like, again, nothing to say. He got bailed out there by Sinkyu, who is probably the team for an MVP. But yeah, you gotta be so careful if you have nothing to say. Like, if you die there instantly, the fight is over.
Without that telekinesis save, they don't win that fight.
Yeah, zero chance.
I mean, now about to hit level 25.
And he has a Skadi already. The backtrack could be a big problem, or even the Chrono AoE as well.
Yeah, we've seen just, you know, how close it is on these Chronos where he throws them on the edge. So we'll see what happens. Ame, now he's going into the Lincolns. Protect himself from potentially that Hex, right?
Yeah. Yep. Can also throw it onto the DP if ever necessary.
It gets really difficult for RNG.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Finding Ghost kind of being not as confident in these fights again. Like, they threw back Death Prophet. Ghost was going in to potentially focus on Nothing to Say. Axe away, and then he really doesn't output that much damage in the fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Ooh,
attack.
that was a
Dire's
big mistake
middle
on the
tower
spear.
is under attack.
But he got
catch
TV.
it. No.
Oh no, Ame! Oh,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
LGD, just a massive amount of mistakes. No, how does Kaka stun himself in the middle of the lane and still get to leave?
Yeah. That looked like...
Oh, that was a blunder.
That fails of the week kind of submission.
Oh yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Something Ame, more like a Amoda. I didn't, you know.
Radiant's top tower
Get it?
is under attack.
You tried.
Ah, man.
Commendable effort.
Tried. I didn't want to just say it outright. I feel like it's not as funny that way. Stormcrafter for both teams. Plus, I gotta let the cringe flow through chat.
Oh, I don't think they need a infusion of cringe.
Put that.
Timeless Ray has a good one.
Put that in my veins. They still have a tier 1 top. Oh my god. Who took
Aegis
the,
for 130. The thing is, you have no chrono now, so can you really use that Aegis? When your chrono's up, you have like, what, 30 seconds left on it?
You'd have to be formulating a fight that hits on the back end of that. Linked spear, but Faithion, he's in pretty far. He's got the Lotus Sword. That's actually going to reflect the Hex. Hookshot comes into the backlines, looking over at Zinkyu. He'll pop that Ghost Scepter. They've got the Fatal Bonds on a couple of these heroes. They've dropped in the arena. They've got themselves the on. Now jumping over to the Rubik. Rubik gets away. They've got the Exorcism pop. They'll look over at Kafka. They should be able to get the kill to the clock. They already took out X-Nova. Clockwerk stunned.
Chalice can't move.
The overclocking. Chalice can't move away. And now the BKB is about to run out on him. They get the kill on both supports on the side of RNG to take out Chalice. Thrio's dead on the side of Royal Never Give Up. And LGD, again, coming out ahead. That was a fight with no chrono, and they're going to have it up in just a second.
Did you see what Zinkyu again? He stole the Arctic Burn. Ghost put a taunt on him, and he just kept doodling around the little hill there.
Yeah.
There was no dagger because he didn't go for the dagger cooldown on Ghost, so he couldn't follow him, and he was forced to TP out. Zinkyu's actually just making all his teammates look so easy.
He's really outplaying them. 21 assists. He's involved in 22 of the 24 kills that LGD have in this game.
Yeah. It's about to expire, but how big of a difference does it make? No
Haunt.
Razor. When Razor comes back, he will also have no Refresher, no Haunt. I mean, Somers is trying, you know, he's trying real hard.
It's at least the mid-set. Do they go for more? They can't go through bot. There's still a tier 2 there, and there's the Aegis expiring.
Yeah, and Refresher almost done on Mars as well. They're probably going to wait for that. AC down on DP. they're getting all these core items, and now they're 12k gold ahead. Yeah, like against the team fight lineup like this, it's very, very hard to come back. The gold deficit touches 13k. You can sense Ghost's frustration too. He's going straight into a nullifier. He's like, alright, I've had enough of your shenanigans. You will die if I jump you.
Disingenuous assertions or whatever it is from Mass Effect.
You know, the sad part is there's really nothing you can do about it. So, for Xinq's sake, I would love it if LGD finishes the game before he gets that nullifier, because otherwise Rubik is going to be very sad.
You say that, but Xinq, he'll find a way, it feels like.
Somehow. You like steal the curse in the middle of a fight somehow, and is it DD on Void?
Arctic Burn, but he's slowed up via the plasma field. They've got themselves the arena as well as the spear. That lands out onto the Clockwerk, but the Cold Embrace is there to see.
There's a DD.
Throws down, and the Chrono, it's out
And
on the
Cold Embrace.
trying to get the kill there. They get the kill on the Kaka. They look over, the exorcism's going to be popped. Somnus running from Ame. One more right click to get the kill, and they'll end up finishing him off. They got the chaotic offer, gets right on top of Ghost. He is in so much trouble. Ame with the double kill. Now they look over at X-Nova, who's floating in the air with the Cold Embrace as well as the Arctic Burn, but they've got themselves a fear thanks to the charge. You get the kill on X-Nova, they'll take out Chalice. Everybody's died on the side of RNG. They don't have buybacks on 3. And there's nothing stopping LGD from continuing on, and GG is called. LGD, they'll take out the leaders of the region in a 2-0 sweep.
Yeah. Game 1, they made it look super easy. Game 2,